Okay.
Can we hear from a couple of other people who want to
Yeah,
contribute to that answer?
Come up to the microphone and please state your name and where you live, please.
I just had one other question after that.
Hi, I'm Jane McDonald. I'm one of the ones down at the end of it. I have flood insurance, which is costing me about $1,200 a year also, because I think I'm in triple X zone. Unfortunately for me, because I don't have a garage. They used to have a garage in the house that I bought, but they built it up because it was a down garage, which just let more water in. So for me, my flood insurance does me absolutely no good. Without an outside access to your basement, it won't cover content. So in the May floods, I had about $35,000 worth of damage done to my basement and got, fortunately, some help from FEMA. They were great coming in and helping with anything with the structure. But for content, I lost everything, and I'm paying all that for nothing, and it happens every year. Last year, I got 5 feet of water in. So it was good. It went down a foot. So flood insurance isn't always an answer. It's not an option for me. I have to have it, but it does me no good unless the house moves about 6 feet off the foundation. So, flood insurance isn't the answer for everyone.
Yeah, I wasn't even implying.
Yeah.
I just wanted to know what your
It's
situation
a
was.
stipulation of the flood insurance that if you cannot walk into your first floor by ground level, they don't consider it a first floor, they consider it a basement. So contents will not be covered under that condition.
Okay. So one question for Dave and Richard, right? From what I'm hearing, is it safe to assume that regardless of what path we go down, there is an expectation there'll be a local obligation of some sort?
Yes, of all the grant programs you spoke of, there is some sort of local match. Yes.
Okay. So I think that's important for everyone to just acknowledge, regardless of when it comes back to us.
Brian?
One more quick question then for David, and possibly Jerry. When you look at this, through this series of workshops and these next steps, do you think it's possible that you can come back with some sort of preliminary numbers, plus or minus 5% or something, that by the late September timeframe when we go into budget season, so we can be looking at that along with everything else? Does that give you ample time? And then late September then gives you ample time to complete the grant process before mid-November, when you say your deadlines are. And it seems like right now, if we make this decision tonight, we're on the right timeline to get those things done and get those steps done, and the council consider the budget implications through the next phase of budget cycle.
How would we pay for this year? Would it be through funds we already have or funds we need to budget? Or would it be through a warrant requesting funding?
It may be a combination of the three or one of the three. It's
Depending on the
premature to
amounts.
tell at this point. Just to give you a sense that the 4 homes that are envisioned to be removed in this program have an assessed value of about $886,000 in total. So,
Are we
if you're looking at
responsible-
between a 10 and 25% local match on those 4, it gives you a
Talking
sense
200,
of what,
300 grand tops.
gives you a sense of
probably.
what it might be, and I don't know what it costs. We'd have to investigate, and hopefully Richard can help us out as to what the cost may be to elevate a home. So looking, I think, at 2 homes for elevation purposes and any other ancillary costs that are
Well, then
maybe
it's
associated.
not just purchasing the home, it's the cost of removal.
Right.
So it might be a $300,000 purchase and another $100,000 of demolition and cost. I
Fire
don't know if it'd be
department
that.
could always
Fire
use the practice.
department.
Fire
you know.
department could
Burn
always take
down.
care of some of it.
Yeah, a lot of those would be done in kind. They could be done in kind.
The demolition costs aren't significant.
Okay.
They're probably, in our experience with building projects, $20,000, $30,000 unit.
Well, you might even make some money by letting somebody come in and take the copper, things of that nature to
Copper.
offset it. Yeah.
You could-
yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, and
Wire.
that was gonna be my point is we could be creative with, because
Yeah.
you did mention that it's not necessarily a cash outlay by the town, so it could be,
Service
a training
mechanism.
exercise for the fire department, takes care of part of the demolition.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd even get a grant to do that as well, so there might be some creative things we could do to reduce our.
There's some stuff in there could be very easily recycled if you get to the right people, so. Anybody else
I think
here?
we should move forward,
Yeah.
just so.
Yep.
and
Okay,
then-
I think that's the consensus, that we move forward to investigate,
A motion, Dave, or is it just consensus?
That's fine.
Consensus decision.
and when can we give them some time frame as to when we're gonna get this started? in regards to the grants
Well,
and so
as soon as
forth?
they're ready, but
A
our
workshop.
goal is to return back to the council, at least with an update by the September meeting, which is on the 15th.
Okay,
It's about 2 months from now.
all right. Any other questions? Anybody else?
I have brought some copies of the new guidance for the hazard mitigation program, the pre-disaster mitigation and the flood mitigation assistance. I got 5 copies of those, as well as some sample applications. There is a letter, and I'd urge the town, if they're going to move forward with it, to start by submitting this letter in order to get access to the FEMA e-grant system. Because the sooner you start entering like the community information that's going to be required and all of that, if the council votes that, you know, at the end, now we don't want to do it, you know, you're just not going to submit the application. But at least this way, you get the people that you want to have the e-grants access listed, get them signed in. I assign their permissions and everything, and then they can start working with the system.
David, would you do that as soon as you possibly can? We'll get that started. Thank you. Richard?
Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
Council.
Yes, Jerry?
I just want to say on behalf of you guys, I think I'm safe in saying, it's something, a breath of fresh air for us to finally get some people that actually will listen and understand the scenario. For that, I thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you all for
Thank
coming
you.
in.
Okay.